Michael, you live in California. Will you address what's going on with the Nipsey Hussle murder? That's the question I've been getting from a lot of people. And I respect the question. And I respect the question enough to answer it genuinely. Here's why I've only spoke small words concerning that. Number one, in the grand scheme of that man's life and in the grand scheme of your lives, who the fuck am I to be telling you what I think about Nipsey Hussle's murder personally? I don't live in South Central. I'm not related to Nipsey. I never knew Nipsey. I'm not a hip hop person. I'm not a gang person anymore. I'm not with all that. I'm not none of that street stuff. So who am I to be speaking on Nipsey Hussle's murder? No, I can't. I would be foolish and would be a great hypocrite to be speaking about something that I'm nowhere involved in. Number two, I only speak about things like that as relates to the culture or spirituality or just broad truth that our people need to understand. Shout out to the brother Sonetta. I was on the brother Sonetta show, and me and him and Rob Prophet and Black Dot and other people was on the show giving our piece about that. My particular portion was a spill that had to do with our culture, our people, our home training, our children, what we deem okay until it hits home and all of the chickens come home to roost. You understand? This death style of the hip hop culture being meshed in with the gang culture from coast to coast. I spoke on that, and that was really my piece on this Nipsey Hussle murder thing. Because again, like I said, who the fuck am I to be telling somebody personally about an issue that I had nothing personally to do with? But what I do have something to do with is a culture, a people, you black people, y'all that's in this culture, this hip hop culture, this gang culture. I have a responsibility to come to you and tell you that you're killing yourselves. And then you're being hypocrites all across the board. What nation, what country, what people would be so cold and callous to not care about small individuals, the little people, but only care about and make efforts to right the wrongs that happens to big people? I'll explain to you what I mean. And we've heard our people say this over and over and over, and y'all just don't fucking get it. Y'all would rather the clout chasing. You would rather, the glory you get from even just speaking about the man's murder on a personal level instead of speaking to the culture and what's happening to your people. Not to one person, but to your people. People have said this. Lil Willie died. Lil Kiki died. Lil this one died. This one died. And over and over and over until you reach the thousands per month in the nation. Thousands per month in the nation of your own people dying the same way, through the same culture, through the same means, same lifestyle or death style. Huh? Nobody says anything about Lil Ray Ray. Nobody. But we have a whole culture of people that will be as hypocritical as, and I respect the Nation of Islam and I love you, but you niggas need to fix Chicago. You don't need to show your ass up at another rally nowhere else in the fucking United States until you motherfuckers make yourself a constant presence in the streets in Chicago. And if you can't stop the bullets, nigga, goddamn it, get between them and take the bullets your goddamn self. Because if you're a messiah, you're supposed to give your life for the people. I heard a Negro tell me the other day that Farrakhan, Honorable Louis Minister Farrakhan, was Jesus. Told him, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? Huh? I love Minister Farrakhan and I respect Minister Farrakhan. And I know he's a great man. Well, he ain't Jesus. His name is Louis Farrakhan, God damn it. But our black people had this psychosis, man, that we would go out and make a media photo op presence with an army. But you won't take that same army and post up in the 600s. I don't want to. I don't too personal into Chicago business because I don't live in Chicago. But I'm just telling you a broad truth that's present not only in the minds of the Nation of Islam and how they doing things, but God damn it, y'all are all guilty of that, huh? Why ain't nobody showing up at Lil Ray Ray's memorial? Hmm? How many motherfuckers forgot about Zach? Shout out to Zach Stoner. If you say Zach Stoner, most people that Clout chased him don't even remember who the hell Zach Stoner is. You got to say Zach TV. But look what happened to Zach. Right in Chicago, lost his life for black people. And all black people did was use it as a goddamn media frenzy and a clout chasing opportunity. An opportunity not to get better, but to get more fucking violent and savage like. What am I saying? God damn it, y'all don't take the dead's memory and use it for anything but clout. But for somebody to come look at you and say, oh yeah, that brother there sure was right about what he said about such and such. But nigga, what about nobody's right? How about that? Who gonna be man enough to come out and say the whole fucking culture is corrupt? Huh? I'll even go as far as to say the whole goddamn country is corrupt. Huh? And even the Bible says all hath. H-A-T-H. Present tense. Present. Hath sin. And if you say you have none, you are a liar and you make it God a lie and your daddy's the devil and all of that. So what's the point? We need to be dealing with the cause of deaths, not what happened. Not you conspiracy nut ass fools that'll sit up here and again clout chasing and money chasing, making all kind of crazy ass conspiracies over some devilish nigga shit, huh? And then you forget about Lil Ray Ray. And then you want to go and snap a picture and make sure the world see you grieving. But what about when ain't nobody looking and there's more people getting killed? You see, that's a sickness in our people. And this is why I don't want to come out here and be talking about this shit unless I'm telling our people, you Negroes have created a culture of violence and you breed it. Huh? You cried after Zach went off of YouTube, but when the rubber really hit the road and somebody comes smacking in your face that's your same color, you say fuck what happened to Zach, black on black violence, and you go get what? Go get what? What y'all even made up names for it. Get the glick, huh? Get the stick, go get the pole. But what happened, nigga? Huh? Is only these stars that die through your lifestyle, is that only important to you? Or is it important that you all are dying? And there's something need to be done about the entire culture. Huh? Individually. First. Some of y'all still ain't getting it. I told you that some of y'all are here dying over gentrified communities that you don't even live in no more. Some of y'all are gang members and pumping and repping a street that's full of apartment complexes now. Your old hood done been paved over, got a freeway through it. They got strip malls on the corner and a giant goddamn townhome community. And you banging Crystal Street. Crystal Street ain't had a gangster on it in 35 motherfucking years. That's the reality of gang politics for most of the people in the neighborhoods around the United States. And y'all ain't teaching the young people that what gentrification is, what it has done to your communities. Y'all don't give a fuck. All y'all care about is when the poor man gets killed, you say, do it again. Fuck. 1 in the chest, 5 in the face. 6 savages ass niggas. Lay up under nigga car, wait on him to get home from work, and you stand over a motherfucker and shoot him in the face, and then get on the internet and brag on it, or you make a song about it. A fucking savage. But when somebody that lives in that life dies, but he's a star, then everybody's crying. But what about Lil Ray Ray? Fuck. I don't talk about that shit personally because I'm nobody as relates to the situation personally. I'm not a Rolling 60 Crip, not a gang member. I'm a man of God that refuses to let his people genocide themselves without me telling you the right thing. Not the clout chasing thing, but the right thing. See, I don't want to clout chase with Nipsey name. I don't want to get on the camera and tell Kodak Black, nigga, I'll come down to Georgia and fuck you up. For what? And you niggas do that shit every day. Huh? Lil Ray Ray get shot and y'all go pick Lil Ray Ray wife up from the funeral and take her to the hotel. Nasty motherfuckers. Huh? Yeah, Kodak Black is a piece of shit doing that. But y'all do that. I said on Sonetta, so that y'all breed this shit in the good times. When ain't nobody dying, you talking about killing. And y'all make money off it. But when somebody really died that's close to you, that means something to you, oh no, this shouldn't have happened. But why? When you propagated it, when you promoted it, when you sold it, you gave it to the babies. Teaspoons of poison on every record. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, and may God protect and provide for his children. But goddamn it, rest in peace to every other brother that's died like Nipsey Hussle. Every brother that tried. Every brother that made a change. Every brother that was too strong for the hood, but too weak to break connections with brothers that he loves. And so that relationship ended up being the death of him. Rest in peace to that. And can I say shout out to Sutek that made the phrase death to the Negro possible. You heard me? Death to the Negro don't mean death to Negroes, but death to the Negro means death to that nigger that the white man made, that would relish in killing his own brother, that would make a culture out of killing your own brother. But then when the wrong brother gets killed, oh, everybody cry, but nobody changes. So rest in peace to Zach Stoner, and y'all don't even remember his real name. Come on, black folks. When are you going to get mad about what sin has done to your life and your community? Fuck what sin does to your stars. What does sin do in your house? And when are you going to get angry enough to make a change? Fuck. Michael Jackson said, I'm talking to the man in the mirror, asking him to change his ways. Are you man enough to do that? Are you man enough to even look in the mirror and be honest with yourself as a people and say, yeah, we fucked up, man. We sell death through drugs and prostitution, gang banging, and even now in hip hop. But when it bites us and them chickens come home to roost, we crying like a motherfucker. No, I won't be a hypocrite. I'll just say rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle and God bless his children. And you niggas need to wake up.